Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today we're going to do the first installment of Fritzy Faves and Flops, where I combine all my favorites for the month with things I didn't like and some mess. I have a list here and we're just going to go right down the line. And so the first thing is going to be this. Now I do have to admit, when I first saw these, now these are skincare brushes, and when I first saw these on the Sigma website, I laughed and I thought, okay, I mean, really, use your hands to put in your skincare. And some of these brushes I really don't use because I would rather use my hands, but there's a few in here that I really do. And if you can score them for 30% off, if you are this kind of person, why wouldn't you? And when I say this kind of person, I mean extra. Let me tell you what changed my mind. If you are like my friend Mary Ellen from the channel Mary Ellen After 60, you're not ever going to do this. Mary Ellen doesn't enjoy skincare. She doesn't like to do her skincare. She just wants to get it over with, you know? Just put it on there and be done with it. Then you got me and people like me who like to feel like I'm at a spa. And I take my time. I don't mind going through the steps of my skincare because it's like pampering myself. It's my me time. And if you like going to spas, you will love putting on your skincare with these brushes. Let me tell you which ones I like in order. This one here is the Mud Mask one, and I love this one. What I was doing before was using this brush. This is my MAC foundation brush, a 190, a paddle foundation brush is really good for that. It's also really good for putting on your foundation, mixing up foundation. If you're the kind of person that puts two different kinds of foundation together and mixes them up on a palette, you know, that's what I would do with this brush. But my gosh, this would take forever to clean it. And I'm like, and I don't want to get the mask out of it either. So that's why this is great. This is rubber. You can mix your foundations on a palette and just get them and spread them on your face, and that works perfect. And you don't even have to go in there and wash that off. You can just take like a wet wipe or a makeup wipe and wipe it right off. It's super good for spreading your masks. This one I use all the time too. I go into my Laneige lip mask and I will get it out of there and put that on. This one is, look at it. Can you see this? See how you got like some bristles here, and then there's shorter bristles there. This brush here is for serums, and it would work really good for serum, but I use it for moisturizer. So I'll go into any open jar moisturizer that you have that you don't want to put your hand into. You always lose those little spatulas. I use this brush for that. I just go in, scoop some up, put it all over my face, and I really do feel like I'm at a spa. I just sit there and I paint my face. Then I wash it when I go in to brush my teeth, and the next day it's ready to use again. Now this one here is actually the one for moisturizer. This one is for under the eyes, and I do use it sometimes. And this one is for gel masks. So they all have a purpose, and I'm not laughing at them anymore. I rather like them. The next thing that I have in front of me is the Mario Badescu skincare. It's the drying lotion that I've never had any reason to use. I don't have acne prone skin. I never have had. But if you ever get one of those zits, you know, the kind that are really painful and under the surface, when you touch them, they hurt, and you keep touching them anyway because it's like a bruise. You can't help it. You just have to keep pushing on it. This stuff here will take care of that right quick. I know from listening to my friend Heba that you don't shake this up. I would have thought you shook it up, and so I'm glad she said that in her video. All you do is open this up and take a Q-tip and go down into this pink solution and put it on, and it really will dry it right up. All right, let me tell you all a story about something that I received as PR. I couldn't wait. She asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said, heck yeah. Okay, you just know there's some things when you're offered, you take them because you've been wanting it, but you don't want to pay for it. So yeah, I'll take it, and I'll let you know if it's any good. Well, this tower comes, it was very easy to put together. I'm going to show you some clips while I'm talking here so that you can see this, because this video is going to be really long. But it comes in pieces, and I was able to put this together really fast. Now, the way this differs from Marlene's is that it has shelves. And it tells you in these directions that you put these little O-ring rubber rings on the end of one side, but yet they give you enough for both sides, and it doesn't matter if you do it both sides or one side. I love the thing. However, if you're a bull in a china cabinet like me, I was knocking stuff over. I broke my favorite bronzer. Don't panic, not the bronzer itself, but I did break the case. Look at this. See that? I broke it. 3 times this hit the ground and I went, okay, that's enough of that. I am not going to break my makeup in this thing. And yet, I loved it. Before I got this thing, I have a little carousel that I was trying to put all my skincare on, and it just wouldn't fit. And I was knocking things over and stuff. And so I thought, yeah, this is going to be great because I can put all my skincare in it. And it's kind of built for makeup because there's lipstick holders on the top. But I intended to use it for skincare, and so when it came in, that's what I filled it with. And it filled all of what I was knocking over every day and more. And I loved it so much that I went back and I bought another one. This one for my weekly stash of makeup. Okay, I just found that it works better for me if I have a stash that I use every week and then, you know, take it all out, get something else in it the next week or whatever. This was working out really good, except I kept knocking things out of it with these shelves. I would just barely bump it with my hand and then it would come out. And yet, I still thought it was worth it. So what I did was, I bought a glue gun. This is just a $5 solution. I totally think the carousel is worth it enough to buy a glue gun, and you might already have one. So I bought this glue gun. It's in the favorites, of course, and I'm sure my family's going, oh no, not again. Because back when I had a glue gun and was into crafting, I was gluing everything. You know, I'll glue the dang drapes on the wall, you know, whatever. Stand still long enough and I'll glue a magnet on you and throw you on the refrigerator, you know. But I just, you know, I went and got another one on Amazon because I'm convinced my family hid the glue gun from me. Anyway, it came with all these sticks. Of course, I don't need because I'm done now. I used 2 sticks to fix both towers. Now it's perfect. Now I'm not knocking the shelves out and everything going everywhere. These towers are perfect. I can't highly recommend them enough. And the glue gun too. Do the glue gun if you have a problem like me. It's totally worth it. These things are amazing and they hold so much stuff. A while back, I bought some Gerard Cosmetic lipsticks. And you guys have been asking me about them. I wasn't going to review them because I don't love them and I don't hate them. I'm just kind of, they're lipsticks. Here's a MAC Bullet right here. Okay, so they're exactly the same, except the Gerards are gold. The one that's called Rodeo Drive, I wear this all the time. It's a really pretty shade. See, that is my shade. I really like this shade. So that one I was really pleased with. This one here is drier. It's called Vintage Rose. The scent of this one, it gets to me. This one smells overwhelmingly like cake batter, and so I don't like that. Whereas I notice Rodeo Drive doesn't really have a scent. This one here is called All Dolled Up, and I wish I could use this. I really do, because this is a shade of pink that I do not have that would have been perfect for this summer, and I can't wear it. Why, you may ask? Because it's dried up. I'm sure all I had to do was contact Gerard Cosmetics and they would have made good on it. I mean, I see Jen on Twitter all the time and she's very responsive to people there. So I'm sure that all I had to do was contact her and she would have fixed it. But, you know, time got away and then so long had passed that I was like, who does that? Who waits that long and then goes, I'm having a problem with this? But see here, this, I don't think it's supposed to be this dry. I think it dried up because listen, hear that? The cap isn't on this tight. See, the other ones, I don't do that. This one, it does. And I think maybe what happened was because the cap is so loose on it, this lipstick dried up. Just keep in mind that if you're going to buy Gerard Cosmetic lipsticks, read the description because they're all together like they're the same finish. But if you read, then you'll find out that no, like Rodeo Drive is is creamy. It says in there it's a creamy formula. So there was this foot peel that I got in a edit sale box from FabFitFun. And I said at the time I had tried it and several days had gone by, but not enough time for me to know whether or not that foot mask worked. And so I was going to come back to you. It did actually start to peel. But it did not peel like baby foot. That's what you really want to know. It was better than the Tony Moly one that I reviewed for you guys a few years back, but it was nowhere near for me in the same category as the baby foot. When baby foot comes off your foot, there's a lot of shedding, but when it comes off, it actually does feel like your foot is a baby's foot. It's really soft. This stuff peeled, but underneath it, the skin was just as hard as it was when I started. So I thought, well, what was the point in all that mess? I can't in good conscience tell you guys that that's a really good foot mask. It's a better foot mask than some foot masks, but it's not better than baby foot. So if you're going to buy a foot mask and you really want it to do a good job, and I can't think that if you're going to go through all that peeling that you wouldn't want it to, just go for baby foot. I have been discussing with you guys tea. Tezo tea, and I have found a couple of teas that I really like. I found some teas I don't like. If you were like me, you're going to the store and you're buying these boxes of tea, right? Well, I wonder what this one tastes like. I wonder what this one tastes like. And you can't just buy a tea bag at the store. You have to buy a whole box of them. Well, I got tea coming out of the yin-yang over here. My husband's getting upset because his coffee and everything's like falling over in the cabinet because I got all this tea in there. And he's like, will you just find one and stick with it? I'm like, I haven't found one I love yet. That's where Sipsby would come in. So one of you said, hey, have you ever tried this? I'm like, no, I don't know what it is. I went and looked and I thought, oh, it's a subscription service. So I asked him, will you send me this tea and I'll review it? So they sent me this, and what comes in it is this little box, right? And there's like teas in there. But the great thing about it is it teaches somebody like me what you like, without having to go and keep buying all these boxes of teas, trying to figure out what you like. As you go to the website, you fill out your profile, you know, like most subscription things, and you tell them what kind of things you think you like, right? You may find that what you like, you don't like, and what you don't think you like, you do. So I filled out my profile, and based on that profile, they sent me this, which is by a company called Miracle Tree, and this is Moringa organic tea. And I'm not real good at describing what things taste like, but I'll try. To me, it tastes like a super, super mild vegetable. It almost tastes like green beans. It's not bad. Is it my favorite? No. Will I drink the ones they sent me? Yeah, it's not terrible. This, to me, it smells like tobacco, but it doesn't taste like that. And I didn't not like this either. You can also tell them if you want caffeine free or not. And I'm saying that because it says that on here. And that's because I have to have caffeine free. So this is a red tea, and it wasn't bad. Would I buy a whole box of this? No. So I know there's two teas that they're not bad, but I wouldn't necessarily want a whole box of it. But it's nice to try it. Right? This, I don't like it at all. And it's a lot milder than the stomach tea I got once. I don't know who that was by, but I saw some stomach tea at the grocery store. That was really strong ginger, and I'm like, oh, no. And the reason that I went ahead and tried it is because this is lemon and ginger. And I thought, okay, well, that's probably going to be better. I can still taste the ginger. I don't like ginger. And so I have 3 of these that I'm not going to use those at all. I don't like them, but this is by a company called Tea Drops, and it's sweet spearmint, and there was 3 of these in here, I think, and they were shaped like hearts. When I pulled it out of here and I saw that it was a bunch of loose leaves, it's not in a bag. You just like drop this in there, and I looked at it in my cup and I could see all the loose tea down in there, and I went, why would I want to drink that? And I was going to throw it away, but I read the directions and it was like, you're supposed to stir it up. So I stirred up. I don't know what happened. It was like magic happened, and this tea was really good. So see, I thought I wasn't going to like this tea, and this was my favorite in the box. And so now I know of a tea I love. So if you guys have any interest in Sipsby, I'll leave the link below. I don't know if they'll give me a coupon code. I'll check. But if you would like me to continue to tell you about teas that I get from them, you know, what I liked and didn't like in a Sipsby box, let me know, because they're willing to let me continue to review this every month, and I will do that for you. Speaking of tea, a favorite this month, along with the tea, is this tea kettle. I know, everyone has one but me, right? I wanted a red tea kettle, so I got one. 3 or 4 times a day now, the tea kettle is making a whistling noise in the kitchen that no one likes but me. And I get excited. I'm like, my tea kettle has got my tea ready. Well, the water for the tea anyway. Look at this bottle. Is this not so extra? It's just beautiful. It's Oscar de la Rente's Bella Blanca perfume. And you guys have been seeing it sitting right here in videos because I've been wearing it. Every day I spritz this on me. It just smells so good. And this was sent to me by Oscar de la Renta via Idole. Thank you to both of them. I love this perfume, and the bottle is so darn pretty, isn't it? I will put the notes of this right down here so that you have an idea of what this smells like. Love this scent so much. Love this bottle so much. Love the box it came in. In fact, there's the outer box right there. It's too pretty to throw away. I just had to put it back there. We're going to put that right back there because that's where she lives. I've been wearing her. I'll probably be wearing her all summer. Speaking of perfume, when I went over to the Lancome counter the other day, I asked them for samples of not this. This is Lancome's new perfume. It's coming out mid-August, so watch for it. These are just samples. They didn't send this to me or anything. It's not PR. I just like it. It's called Idole. This smells really good too. Just keep an eye out for that in case you guys like Lancome perfumes. Like I like Lancome perfumes. These are LA Girl Eye Luxe Mesmerizing Shadows. It's driving me crazy that I can't remember who I heard about these from. I like these, but like the person I heard about these from, I've been getting into the smaller palettes because I don't want to have to sit there for 15 minutes thinking, what do I want to do? Too many choices. There's not much to think about here, is there? This packaging is really sturdy and durable. It's easy to open, very substantial. This is thick plastic, and they're very well protected. All right, so I just did something stupid and broke this. But to be honest, I have dropped these a number of times. Remember the carousel thing that I was telling you about? They've hit the floor a number of times. Maybe that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Anyway, the packaging is very substantial. They have fallen from the desk to the floor quite a few times. So that was just a fluke because everything's going wrong today. It broke. Here's my only complaint with these. It seems like in both of the ones I have, there's a dud shade. In this palette, it's this. It's a dud. It doesn't do anything, even if you get it wet. But the other 3 do really good. At this price, though, I'm okay with it. Now we come to the COOLA SPF 30 Setting Spray Sunscreen. This is another meh product for me. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just, I think for as much as you get and as fast as you go through it, it's awfully expensive. It's right here for me, and I've only used this 3-4 times maybe. I keep it in my purse and I use it. I just spray it all over my face. This came in the FabFitFun box. It was one of my choices. Had I purchased this though, I probably would have took it back because I would have seen the writing on the wall the first time that I ever wore it. This is the Ultra Repair Wild Oat Hydrating Toner, and it was sent to me by First Aid Beauty. Thank you, First Aid Beauty and the Octoly Network. And the reason that I wanted to try this is because it is alcohol-free, safe for sensitive skin. It's a hydrate, soothe, and strengthen toner, but that word oat got me. And I'm like, hey, you know that Aveeno lotion that I loved for eczema? And the oats that are in it. I thought, I bet this really is good. And guess what? It really is good. So what you do is to shake this up, and you use it after you've cleansed your face before you do the rest of your skincare. Let me show you what it comes out like so that you can see. See, it's milky. And you put that on a cotton round, and I gotta tell you what I've been doing. I've been using it with the cotton like they say, but then after that I put some in my hand like this, and then I press it into my face like you would in Essence. My skin does not feel tight when I've used it. It has no alcohol in it. That's a plus, right? And there's honey and hyaluronic acid in here. Winner! So those are two of my favorite ingredients. So I really like this toner. Now, will I purchase it? That depends. I'll have to get back with you on that in an empties video when we see how long it lasts. And I'm going to stop taking a bath in it because it's a toner. I shouldn't be like swimming in this stuff, but I like it. You know, I'm starting to think maybe this Octoly thing wasn't very smart. Because what it's doing is introducing me to products that I'm probably not going to be able to afford to replace, but want. And okay, you know, I already talked to you about this YSL pen, right? This concealer. It's like my new favorite concealer. Okay, no, my favorite concealer is the Lancome one. Okay, because that one, yeah. But a lot of days I don't want to put a full face of foundation on because it's summer and it's hot. So I'm reaching for this. I'm just taking this and like putting it in spots and then putting blush and stuff on, but not actually using a foundation on my face, and in which case, and I like this thing under my eyes a whole bunch. This is still a favorite here. I'm still loving it, but you know, I was required to talk to you about this before because that's part of it. You get the product, you're supposed to tell about it, and I did. But here it is in the favorites, cause why? Because it's really good. And you know that when this is over with, I'm going to want this again. I hope that you guys know that you're the best part of the Fritzy family. And if you're not having a blessed day, please go out and be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya, bye. And I'm out.
I want the side of my hair to lay flat like that, but I can't because when I put my glasses on, it sticks out. Doing, doing, doing. One of those zits that hurts, the ones that are underneath the face. Wah, wah. Wah. Okay, let me tell you all a story about a man named Jed. Poor mountaineer dude kept spending fed. Then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground came a bubbling crude. Oil, that is. Black gold, Texas tea. Well, the next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. Ken folks said, Jed's gonna live there. He said, California is the place you ought to be, so they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Swimming pools, movie stars. How do I remember this? However, if you're a bull in a china cabinet, like me, why does that make me want to go, ooh? Are you a bull? Ooh. I'm a bull in a china cabinet. You know, the kind of day I'm having, I really shouldn't be doing that. I'll probably knock something really important over. Come here. You want to see what this feels like? Here, hold still. Don't assume that because they're all together that they are a different finish. That didn't make any sense, did it? Do it again. Oh, now you got lipstick all over the place. This is by Tea Pigs, and speaking of tea, it's a good thing that's cold. What the heck, Mary? The hole means it'll come out. Protected. I can drop it and break it. Okay, I have done it and not broke it. That was extremely wasteful, you idiot. I'll just be honest with you. No, freaking lie to me, Mary. This Ultra Repair Wild Oat Hydrating Toner. Toner. It's a toner. Toner. There is no song called Toner. Just totally made that up.